preparing the live stream. And
Well, I appreciate you guys giving me the invite. This was a nice surprise. Couldn't.
You're welcome. I like that Typhoon there.
Oh, I like it. I dusted it off. I flew it at Rogers. It turned out to. I hadn't done it in a while.
We are live on Sunday nights with those guys. And on the panel, of course, you guys know who that is. Centroid, a.k.a. known as the Battery Mule. They'll bring you batteries across any state lines.
Or Val's victim.
Or Val's victim, right? He got suckered into that one. Hey, what's up, Night Train? And welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. What's going on, Herman? What's up, man? We made it by the skin of our teeth, but we made it.
Well, yeah, I'm here. I've had a long weekend.
Oh, but Centroid, I didn't finish. Even though 11 hours does beat everything, after getting to Philly, rushing back to New York, I walked in the door at 4:27 p.m. and still had to run to the store to get an adult drink, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For after the live stream. And literally at 4:45, I was sending out invites. And this is, I love YouTube. I love being a YouTube creator, but I'm not going to lie. This has been a long ass weekend.
Mm-hmm. I bet it has.
But for you to be in a car with someone 11 hours, you bad.
Well,
you bad mother.
Well, you gotta preface it by saying it was with Val. That makes it all that more.
That's true. But you're even double bad to be in a car with Val for 11 hours.
Yeah. No, actually,
she's a great. What happened, Herman?
Send her a link.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, I better get my shots in before she pops in. I promised I'd be nice to her for a while.
She kind of earned it, I guess. Al Diaz, how are you, brother? And I did see your message. I guess you were in Philly Drone Lights on live stream when we called him and said, "Yo, we're in Philly. Get your ass over here." But we got, we made it back to New York.
Am I allowed to ask you questions right now about your trip, or do you want to wait till more people pop in?
I don't give a shit.
Philly Drone Life as hyper and energetic in real life as he is on live stream?
You know what?
Even more.
Maybe more. Holy crap.
It's just, you know what it is? When you see it on YouTube, it's like watching it on television.
Mm-hmm.
When you see it live, it's like it's live.
It's in your face, isn't it?
Here's the perfect example. The perfect example is you watch an action movie. You watch a guy kick in the door, shoot up, blow up everything, and you're like, yo, that's a good movie. But when you meet Mike, Philly Drone Life in person, it's like you're there in 3D and you can move around the camera. And
you almost feel like you got a duck, don't you?
Actually,
yes. He's a great guy. It was our first time meeting him in person. We were supposed to last weekend, but that kind of crashed out. But Billy, I've been planning to go back to Philadelphia to fly with Billy Kyle since the beginning of the summer. But, everyone has different schedules. He just finished school. Then he's 107 pilots. He's working for his pops. Herman has football now back. Me, doctor's appointments. It's just nothing synced up. But this weekend, Billy was like, yo, I hope you guys are coming to Philly. And we were like, hell yeah, we didn't make it last weekend. And this was very spontaneous. But it was well worth it, though.
Well, I got to ask, when are we going to meet halfway in the middle there and do some flying?
It's got to be before the weather starts changing.
Yeah, of course it does.
I would rather come up there and fly. And then maybe at some time and point, you come down here and fly.
I'd love either way. Like I said, my hometown isn't that far from New York City. It's about an hour north of you. It's on the Hudson River. So, I mean, I got friends and no family left there, but I got friends and stuff. So there's no reason why I can't make it
okay.
Double tap
and
weekend.
Then something else also happened. I'm looking for him. I don't see Jay Santiago. Now, this guy has been coming to our streams since day 2, day 3, or whatever, but he's a loyal subscriber and supporter of those guys. And I felt kind of strange because I went to Herman's block party and there were hundreds of people out. There's food, everyone's barbecuing. And I know where Herman's building is, but I did not see Herman. So I figured I'd stand in the middle of the street and text him, "Where are you?" So while I was doing that, this guy walks up to me and says, "Hey, are you looking for those guys?" And, and I'm like, "What the, I don't know this guy. What does he know about those guys?" He says, "Herman's over there." So I was like, "Well, who are you?" He says, "Jay Santiago." And I was like, "Oh, wow." Because when you see someone's name, you don't put a face with it, or you put a different face with the name. But I wasn't expecting Jay Santiago or him to look the way he looks. He's a handsome guy. I was surprised that he knew me before I knew him. And then it dawned on me, he's one of the people that come here. Hey, what's up, Rodney Bell? He's one of the people that comes here to Sunday nights with those guys. But I felt bad, Mark, because he waited there 3 hours just for me to show up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, he met Herman. Herman had mentioned on a live stream or wherever he was broadcasting that particular time that he was having a block party on his block. And if you're in the neighborhood, I guess he said, "Come on through." So he rode down from Harlem, uptown in Harlem, and came down to meet those guys. So
there goes the neighborhood.
Oh,
there they are.
Ed McMahon of all live streams. Paul Murray.
Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. I heard you guys had some excitement this morning.
This morning, it's been a fun weekend, Paul. But
I've had some excitement all weekend.
Yeah, it's been. We met Mike. We met Mike, Philly Drone Life. He met Billy Kyle, which was, oh my God, that was a show in itself. You ever see that after the credits, you sit there and you wait for the movie to be over and everyone walks out that doesn't look like use the credits like a Marvel movie? All Marvel movies after the credits show the next movie.
Yeah.
So when Philly Drone Life met Billy Kyle, oh my God, I wanted some more popcorn. I just sit back.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my goodness.
It was so crazy.
Hey, there he is. Hey,
I hate to be the one to say it, but we didn't even get it on tape.
Yeah.
Really?
Hold on a second.
It happened so quickly.
Hold on a second, Mike. There's a link. Come on in, Philly. Dude. I had never met Mike in person. And I figured, okay, he's animated on the live stream. He's animated on the phone whenever he talks, and I was just blown back. This guy, he walks up to me. He goes, "Oh my God, Lawrence, you're big."
Now he admitted to being afraid to talk to me because I'm a math teacher. Apparently, he doesn't like math. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'd be scared to meet him in real life. I think I don't have the energy to keep up with him.
If you want, no, listen to me, Paul and Mark. If you want to have a boys' night out, you want him there.
Oh shoot.
You effing want him there.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's actually started from before he stopped the car and parked.
Yeah,
you can hear him.
It was like, oh my God. He was like halfway across the parking lot, and all you hear is that voice. All he had to say,
for the love of God,
the dynamic range.
Oh, that's too funny.
It was cool. He got out of we met him at our last spot, and then that was pretty cool because I called him when he was live streaming this morning.
He called me after he left you guys, and for the first 10 minutes he was screaming in the phone and said, "Michael, calm down. Michael, calm down. Michael, just breathe, Michael. Just breathe, Michael. Just breathe."
So he called you after we left because we had to come back to New York for the live stream.
Yeah.
But when we left, him and Billy were hanging out. So
they were hanging out.
Yep. After he left Billy, I guess Billy gave him his phone number, told him to call him anytime. He loved talking to Michael. And
yeah.
Now, Billy Kyle, I mean, aside from Michael, because I joke about meeting him and being scared. I mean, I don't know if I'd have the energy to keep up with him. I'd love to meet Mike in real life. But Billy Kyle's somebody I'd like to meet, too. I think he's a wealth of knowledge.
He is a well-layered cake.
Okay.
He's a smart young man. He's intelligent. He speaks before he thinks before he speaks, and you can tell this.
He's
And
confident but not arrogant. That's how I see it.
No, there's not one bit of arrogance.
That I admire, that I respect greatly. I don't handle arrogance too well.
Hey, what's up, Ice Spike? How are you? Good day
What's up, Spike?
From the land down under. Cheers, mate. But yes, Billy Kyle, he told Philly Drone Life this, because Philly was like, oh no, I don't know how I would act if I met him, and he told Billy Kyle to his life, he's like, you know what, I effing hate you. And, but but he was saying that before he met Billy Kyle, because I believe Billy Kyle had commented on him. Yeah, he sent Billy Kyle a comment, and Billy Kyle either answered or didn't answer, and Mike was like, to hell with him. He's got his subscribers, blah blah blah. But then he came to meet the guy and find out he was the exact opposite.
Oh, it's funny you mention that, because I did make a comment on one of his videos, and we actually had a back and forth, a 3 or 4 comment on that post. He's usually pretty good. At least he was with me that time. He responded, I responded, he responded back, and basically it was very very nice little quick conversation.
Yes.
It was nice.
Yes, and then him and then Mike and Billy, I noticed they stepped off to the side and they were talking about stalker subscribers. So I was like, all right, they're having a male bonding moment there. Because okay. Mike is going,
he's got a stalker.
Even though I got 1,000 subscribers, there's some crazy people out there,
Anybody have their stalker haters yet?
Who?
Stalker haters. Well, I post a video now, and within 30 seconds I get a dislike, and even if it's a 10-minute video, 30 seconds in they dislike.
It varies 1 to 3. It varies 1 to 3 dislikes. Hey, what's up, Drone Life RC?
But it happens almost instantaneously. Post, dislike.
That means they click the bell. Yeah. So when you post it, they can instantly dislike you.
That's what I mean. I call them stalker haters. It's okay with me. I don't mind it. I think it's funny.
You know what? YouTube likes it. YouTube likes a little controversy.
Yeah.
As long as your dislikes don't go into the hundreds, like I've seen on some people's pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you.
I'm not. Again, it's not even. I'm not even worried about it. I just think it's hysterical. People have that kind of time to worry about hating just for the sake of hating.
But I think Mike is probably getting ready, because he was like, "Yo, I'll be ready when you guys go live." Because he had. I don't know about anybody else, but he had a damn good time.
Oh. I don't think that man can never have. I mean, the way he is, I don't think he could ever have a bad time when you get him together with a bunch of people.
Well, when he called me, he was in the car headed home, and he was just on fire.
What was he saying, Paul? Go ahead.
He's going, oh my God. He says, Lawrence. He said, he's an Amazon. Lawrence is huge.
He's an Amazon. Nice, Michael.
He said he's got to be 10 feet tall.
What did he say, Paul?
He says that Lawrence, he's got to be 10 feet tall. He says, I think he's got a duck to go into our room.
Novice, how tall are you?
6'3". It used to be a half, and it used to be a half until I hit 54.
Oh yeah, I
lost a half inch some damn where.
I shrunk an inch myself. But so we're saying that Mike has a tendency of exaggerating a little bit?
Just a little.
Just a little, but you want to know what? I'm 6'3", right? I'm the shortest in my family of males. Most of my uncles, my shortest uncle, I think, is 6'5", 6'6".
Wow.
And he's the shortest one. I'm the runt of the bunch at 6'3".
Jesus.
Yeah. But
okay. And he said, and Michael did say about Herman. Herman is very thoughtful, very reserved, very respectful, and he doesn't say a whole lot. But when he's always thinking. He says he's always thinking.
So is Michael coming into the live stream?
I sent him the link, and he said hello.
Okay, because he let me in on a little. I wouldn't call it a secret, but he let me. We did a live chat, and he asked me for some help on something. I don't want to break any confidence, but he told me something. There he is, Philly Drone Life.
It's Michael.
Oh, dude, 6'3". Get the hell out of here. He's like 7 feet. He's a freaking Sasquatch.
No, man, cut it out.
Dude, no, wait, let me shut this off.
Oh, hold on. Here we go.
I swear to God, I was looking straight up like either I shrunk or he's 7 feet. No
Well,
freaking lie.
Well, Mike,
6'3", man.
if you're reading the chat, Ice Spike's got some advice for you. If you want to grow taller, all you have to do is get some good sheep poo and put it in your shoes.
Dude, I'm still on fire. I had to get a nap when I came in.
Dude, I haven't had a chance.
I don't know how you guys are doing it, man. And Herman is exactly like that in person. Look at him. Look at him. He's just sitting there. He's just all quiet, always thinking. He's just real reserved, but his
Taking it in.
Going. He's a smart one. Watch out for the quiet ones, guys. You better watch out for him.
Hey, Mike, I almost led on to what I don't know. Have you told anybody what you're getting back into lately?
Shh.
Okay. Really? That's why I'm glad I waited for you.
That's right. What else?
Mike's got a secret.
Don't you talk about my Billy. Don't
What Billy?
about my Billy. That's right.
He's one of the few top
So
drone
he's
people on
not.
YouTube that I have much respect for.
Don't you mess with my Billy. He's the best guy on YouTube.
Nice guy. No, I always liked Billy.
You know what? After a while, Mike, when you and Billy stepped off to the side, I was about to give you some cash and say, go get a room or something.
We
He's
could
the
have actually
nicest freaking guy in the world.
Yes,
The
he is.
nicest guy in the world. The nicest guy.
The bromance was on.
The
Don't-
bromance
don't-
clicked when he
don't-
started yelling from across the parking lot. Oh my God!
No.
Freaking Billy guy. Oh, Billy must have been like, oh my God. what-
No. Billy, before you got there, Billy said I could tell over the phone he was high strung. He had high energy. But when he got out of the car, wow.
Dude, I almost made an about face and came home before I even got there. Lawrence was bad mouthing me. I called to Billy on the phone. I talked to Billy on the phone and and Billy's like, oh, hi, okay, oh, yeah, we're, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Billy, it's Billy. And Lawrence is behind him going, you better hang up because if you get him going, he'll never stop. He'll never freaking stop. Hang up on him. Hey, Billy, we're in a hurry, Bill. Let him go. He'll never shut up, Bill. No, let him go. What the frick? I hung up and went, what the frick? The guy's talking about me already. I never even met him.
because I was trying to warn him that every time he said something to you, you were going to go on and go and go.
Yeah.
And we were trying to get to the next spot because we were already limited for time. We were trying to
Just hang
fly
up on
3
him, Bill.
spots.
Just hang up on the freaking guy, Bill.
We were trying to fly 3 spots and get back to New York to do the live stream. Hey, what's up, Curtis?
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Curtis.
Oh man.
Hey,
It was
Novice.
funny to see you coming across the parking lot, wasn't it, Herman?
that was yeah, I couldn't stop. Yo, before he even, I don't even know how he could see us from where we were. And he come and he just starts, and I'm like, oh, that's him. That's him. Because I didn't know what kind of car he was driving. I was like, oh, that's him.
Piece of crap.
Yeah, he was pulling out a Wendy's, and Wendy's is maybe about 2 or 3 blocks away. But I'm talking to him on the phone. I'm like, yo, Mike, where are you? We're here. And he's like, I'm just coming out of, oh, wait, I see you. And he started,
I see you. There you go. You're right here. There they are. You're like, oh, Bill, please leave his freaking, what do we call him? Oh, no.
Hey, Novice, do you mind if I do a shout out? Because I don't know if he's going to stay in the chat very long.
Go for it.
I don't know if you recognize him. He probably comes in here a lot. Corey Mano, do you see him in the chat?
Yes.
That he was there at Rogers the first day. That man can rip a freaking quad on a race course like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I was watching this video.
Oh, he can rip, and then he pulls out a freaking 7-inch.
Oh,
He was doing that with a 7-inch.
Oh my God, that thing's a beast, and he sent it long range. That thing is amazing. Now he's a good pilot, you know.
Well, I could tell that it was a pretty good drone because every time
Well,
he would do a thrust, it sounded like the motors were ready to rip out of the carbon fiber.
Yeah, well, that might have been the 7-inch, but he did both, so I don't know which one you're watching. But man, I mean, I was in awe. The guy flies like there's no tomorrow. So it was a pleasure to watch him fly. I couldn't even dial in my goggles in time because he'd take off so damn fast and he was out of range. So I had to watch him live. I only once in a while was able to get my goggles so I could watch him, from his perspective. But holy crap, he's fast.
Well, hopefully I get to meet him at Rajapalooza next year.
Oh, yeah, there you
I
go.
understand you and Curtis are managing things.
I don't know how that happened. I think it's Paul putting his finger into the pudding, so to speak.
Oh, I heard about that before you left Canada.
Actually, there's an email that's going around.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not even on the list, huh?
You don't have to be. You're organizing it.
You're the organizer.
Well, there is a slight hiccup. I may not be doing summer school, but next year I promised my daughter we could take her for graduation instead of having one of these really lavish graduation parties that all the kids have. I offered this to her. I said, where in the world would you like to go? Let's just do that instead of a graduation party. So
And she said Rajapalooza, right?
No. No. So we think that we know where we're going, but I got to talk to Roger. I want to know when he's planning this because I can't miss Rajapalooza next year. So I got to make sure that we plan it properly. My daughter decided she wants to go to Greece and Croatia, a dual trip. So we may be doing that next year. I just have to make sure I plan it so it doesn't interfere with Rajapalooza.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But anyway, the story of what's that, Herman?
Well, I'm saying, Central, if you're the one that's planning the event, then you can just plan.
Set the date, yeah.
Well, I can't do this without talking to the quad father. I got to make sure.
Planning is not the issue. The issue is running it.
Yeah. Paul's running it. I'm planning it.
No.
Yes.
The Godfather anointed you and Curtis. You guys are.
I don't remember him anointed.
You remember being anointed?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I didn't see any of this. I didn't see any sprinkling of the water.
Yeah.
Unless all I heard was him chuckling when Paul was suggesting it.
I was going to say, unless there's a chuckle, then that's what anoints us.
Yeah. Well, he did chuckle.
So, Mike, quick question. When are you going to have free time again? Because we were technically supposed to be in Philly a lot earlier than we were. But we caught you while you were doing your live stream. And I have a question for you. Did you end your live stream to come fly with us?
I ran right the frig out off of the treadmill, dude.
You left the treadmill running, I bet.
I did. Mark, listen to me. What they didn't hear, I was live. My phone never stopped. Guys, I left like 13 people live. Oh, I got it. It's those guys. Oh, I got it. It's Billy Collins. And I ran off the treadmill was running. I ran out the door. But listen, when I did, oh, my God. My girl was on the couch, and I'm great. I get to drive a new car there. It's a Jeep, and it's a new car to show up in a Billy Collins. I got a Jeep, and so I run out to the Jeep, and I load up the car with the drone. I had my Phantom 4 and my little Mavic, and I'm running back and forth. I'm putting the drones in the car, and I start the car. Let me get the air going, and I start the car, and I close the door, and I go, oh no. And I look in, and there's the freaking keys, the bag, and about 5 drones locked in a freaking car while it's going. And I went, no way. I run in the house. I hunt. You got another set of keys? She's like, you didn't. I said, oh, yes, I did. She said, honey, I got no keys. I went, oh, my God. So now what do I do? I run back in the house. She calls the AAA. It's going to take them 4 hours. So now I pack the rest of my drones into my piece of crap, and I jump into my car, and I head on down. So it was, I was leaving things that came back. The treadmill was still running. The live stream, it did end. I had to end that. So did I run out? Yeah.
And tell them why you stopped at Wendy's, Michael.
I stopped at Wendy's because, guys, I was so nervous. I didn't eat. I brought food with me in my bag. I was packing things to make sure my sugars don't drop. And I got to bring in a candy bar and everything. I was all set. Well, it all got locked in the freaking car. So by the time when I got down to see you guys, I was dizzy. I was ready to pass out. My sugar's tanked. I couldn't think straight. Sharon says to me, "You better go get some sugar. When they come up, you're going to go, dude. You're going to pass out." I mean, I was bad. So I ran to Wendy's. I had my first soda in 4 years. I got a soda. And
to be honest, Mike, I thought you were sneaking something you weren't supposed to be having, because I'm like, what the hell is he doing at Wendy's?
No, that's what I went there for. I bought it. I felt cheap just getting a soda, so I got a chicken sandwich. Freaking shit cost me $10 for a chicken sandwich and a soda, and I only drank the soda. So I came home and gave my girl. She got a barbecue chicken sandwich. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Hello, Val. How you doing this evening, my dear?
I must have come in at the end of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Val.
Chicken sandwich. Barbecue chicken.
Hey, I got a quick story for you guys and Phil. This morning, I wanted to, of course, supporting all the wonderful YouTube channels that we have out here. This nice little network of friends we have. So I get up at 2:00 this morning, and I jump on Phil's channel. Phil's live, flying around, having a great time. I'm sitting there. I'm commenting in the chat, enjoying the whole thing. He ends his show, and I think it's Lee we went over to next.
We go over
Or less.
Right. No. From Paul Dronebum to me to who now?
Well, anyway.
Right. Somebody.
So I'm like, okay, I got a few hours before I go, but I'm going to comment in all the comments. I'm going to hang out here. I kick back in my chair. I'm watching the show. I'm not saying that he's boring. I'm just saying, Phil, Michael is very animated, so it's easy to watch Michael when you're at 2:00 in the morning. I lean back. My wife comes down at 4:00 and she goes, "Honey, go back to bed." I was asleep. I fell asleep right on the chair for the next 2 hours.
Wow. Well, I'm
not cut out to get up that early in the morning and hang out anymore. Yes, I've hit that age.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely, Curtis. I totally agree.
Well, I gave it 100%, but I didn't quite make it.
Don't worry about it. We kind of figured that. I don't know how you guys on the left coast even do it. That's why we did a whole show just for Rick Halber, because somehow that freaking guy has been here. Out of 100 shows, he's probably made it about 90 of them. I don't know how he does it. And I think what he does is don't go to bed, because he's up.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's the same thing with Geek Spawner. He comes into live streams after hours, and I know he's 6 hours ahead of us, and it's usually 1 or 2 in the morning over there.
Yeah. Ricky Albert, he comes to a lot of the
Hi, Sean.
live streams. He watches all of my videos.
Amazing.
He does. He does support those guys, Canadian Drone Hub, and everybody else out there. I see him in other streams.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate all you guys coming out and talking to us and talking in the chat. I mean, it's hard to do because we're all over the place as far as our times and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, I'm usually a morning person. When I'm either getting ready for the day or just vegging out on the couch watching local news, usually I see Billy Drone like Mike come on. I'm like, now I know if I go in there and just say hello, it's a wrap.
No,
So
this will be fine.
sometimes I may watch from the outside, like lurkers do.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Bill.
every now and then I'll go in and say what's up. So Centroid, when are you and Val going for another 11-hour ride?
2026.
Soon, I say.
Oh,
It all depends on when she flies out to New York. I'm not going out to where she is to pick her up for that ride.
Where are you at again, Val?
Idaho.
Okay.
Wait,
What is it?
Lawrence?
Oh,
Val,
easy,
I'll
Idaho.
take that trip with you anytime. You want to fly to Syracuse? I'll make sure I pick you up. Not with the Mini Cooper.
Thank you. Not that the Mini Cooper wasn't fun.
Until you broke it. Until you broke it.
Cooper.
How long was she in the Mini Cooper before it broke?
Hey, Roger.
Like 10 miles.
Wow. Hey, Roger's in the house.
Something's wrong with that thingy.
Yeah, you kept yanking it out of my hand. No, just kidding. Truth be told, we got the diagnosis. It was just the cable that connects the gear shift to the clutch. It just wore out and broke. So, not bad for a BMW make car. $400 parts and labor, and we're home scot free.
Oh, nice.
We lucked out with that. It was. I'm surprised it took that long. It's got 160,000 miles on it.
Oh,
so
it's well broken in then.
Yeah, those cars can go forever, and hopefully it will.
Well, I do know a young lady who lives here in New York, and her father has a little bit of money. I do know when the Mini Coopers came to the United States, she was in the top 100 list of getting one. Her father had brought it for her, and no lie, she drove this car literally until the seals on the motor popped. She not once lifted the hood to put a drop of oil, a gallon of water, or nothing. She was driving on the highway at 60 miles per hour, and all of a sudden the motor seals just popped on the bottom of the motor block because the engine was bone dry.
What's up, Zeus?
You know what?
Zeus, I love it.
The original. What's up?
Yeah. What's up?
So, Lawrence, on the description of the show, have you noticed that it says this is a test to test the quality of a host interactive using Zoom still?
Dude, I'm riding on 3 days of fumes right now. No.
It's been that way for a while. I'm just letting you know.
Oh shoot. So
every time you start a new stream, that's the description of the show.
No, but right here it says Sunday nights with those guys.
Right, and then underneath that it says this is a test to test out the quality of a host interaction using Zoom while live. Please comment on video.
I haven't seen it yet, but you probably just changed the title, didn't change the description.
Right.
That's yeah.
I gotta go check my batteries.
That's exactly it, and I appreciate you pointing that out. But I made it home from Philly at 4:27 after getting up at 3 in the morning.
Wow.
Leave at 6. Leave Brooklyn at 6.
Wow.
I mentioned earlier how the day went. What's up, Mr. Crawley? But
hey, would you go to Philly today?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I met them. I met them, Mr. Crowley. I met
No
them.
kidding.
Philly. Yeah, I met Billy Kyle too, man.
He met Billy Kyle a half a mile away because he was screaming.
That's right, the whole way. Me and Billy are like this, so don't mess with Billy. I'm telling you, he's the nicest guy on YouTube.
yeah, that's why, check it out. Him and Billy are like this, right?
And don't say it.
He was like, Billy, F you, man.
Yeah,
Effing hate you,
I
man.
fucking hated you.
I'm like,
I'm sorry.
he's really doing this. He's really doing it. But Billy laughed at him because he took it as a joke. But Billy, we prepped him for you.
Oh, did you?
That's why I was like, Billy, hang
Thank
up
you.
the phone.
Thank
Go
you.
off the phone with him or he will not shut up.
Yeah, he told him not to talk to you on the phone very much.
And I didn't say nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I didn't say
don't
nothing wrong. I said, Billy,
Hang up on him, Billy. Hang up on him.
He's gonna go. And I'm like, he'll never get here. We'll never get to spot number 3.
All I hear is Lawrence in the background bad mouthing me, Mr.
oh,
Crowley.
too bad, Roger.
That's all I heard.
No,
Wait,
Val,
let him
you
go.
missed this.
Hang up on
Val
him.
and Kurt,
Just
you
let him-
guys missed this. But tell them what you heard in the background, Mike. Because I handed Billy the phone.
Billy, they're trying to tell me where to meet them. Now, I've only lived in South Philly for 53 years. It's 10 blocks from my home, guys, so I don't know where I'm at. I mean, it's a whole 10 blocks. You would think I would know where the frig I'm at, but I don't. And I'm dead serious because I never left my house until 2 years ago. So that's all real. And they're like, dude, I'm in front of the freaking the Chick-fil-A. And who is it? And I'm like, is this Billy? And he's like, yeah, it's Billy. Oh my God, Billy Kyle. I'm talking to Billy Kyle. And then all I hear in the background is, yo, Bill, hang up on him, Bill. He'll never stop.
Yeah, but they know you, Mike.
Hang up on him. Hang up on him, Bill. I'm like, what the frick?
Oh.
I don't even know these guys. Yo. He's telling him to hang up on him. So I'm like, all right, I'll be there. So I called a friend. I'm like, what should I do? I think they don't like me. Should I keep?
Oh God.
You know what it was? But Billy, once Billy said to Chick-fil-A across from the ship to
Then
New
I
York, he figured that you knew. And I was like, if you say anything else, it's going to start another conversation and we're never going to get out of here.
See, my thing was I fly all them ships on Front Street. There's 1,000 of them. So
I
I'm
saw
on
the
all
sail ship. I saw the sail ship when we were heading out.
Dude,
I saw the
it's so-
sail ship that the New Jersey I already got footage of. The USS New Jersey. I already got that. But the sail ship. And
So was any of this live streamed or recorded or?
I was going to, I felt I wanted to go live. As a matter of fact, I even told myself that I was going to go live. If I could, I'll go live with Billy. But here's what happened.
He was too amped.
I felt bad. I didn't even get any camera. I felt, because when you meet them, and when you meet Billy, my boy, my buddy, you know, you
Homie.
it's my homie. You kind
My
of
boy.
feel bad. No, I'm not kidding. Don't talk anything bad about Billy. That's so you know, you feel
My
bad.
man.
Oh,
his
geez.
freaking pickle. I ate his pickle, man.
Now,
What?
now hold
Yeah,
on.
no, cut.
Stop right
Cut,
there.
cut.
Right. Now let me
Hold the
explain.
horses.
Now you got hold it.
Yeah, cut that out. Can you edit this?
Hold on.
I'll explain. If you let me, I'll explain.
There's an explanation to this.
Okay, thank God.
There's no urban diction that needs to be used here.
Hold on, let me look up in the Urban Dictionary.
No.
I don't want to go there,
Really?
Val.
Don't do it, Val. Don't do it.
That was really his pickle. I really ate Billy's pickle. There's no doubt about it. I
Okay,
ate
hold
Billy's
on.
pickle.
The
It was
pickle in
famous
the
pickle.
Urban Dictionary.
Val, I don't think you need to look it up. I think you can use your imagination.
No, that
You know what it sounds like isn't what it really is. We were in Wendy.
It's a pickle,
Go ahead,
right?
Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Philly. I'm literal. I don't joke around. I'm what you see is what you get. I ate Billy's freaking pickle.
You actually had a dill pickle?
Freaking pickle. Yes. Listen.
We were in
Go out.
Wendy's.
He's like, hey, I'll get something to eat. Hey, come on, Billy, let's go over to Wendy's. Just me and you. Let's go to Wendy's. So we go over to Wendy's, right? Because Billy's my boy, and we all go over, and Novice and those guys. I don't even know their name.
Herman, and Justin.
Justin was there too.
Paul, they're not important. Billy was there. So them other guys.
no, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
For some reason, Mike is experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Unmute yourself, man.
Mike's new boyfriend.
Okay, there we go. You're
Okay.
good.
So
You were saying something, Mike?
He was
Yes.
talking about the great pickle episode with Billy Kyle.
That's right. So we go into Wendy's, right? And they're like they're all getting shit. I can't eat that crap. You know, but I guess they thought that they saw me in the drive-thru. I was sneaking shit, but I wasn't. I was just getting sugar. Is all
In the
I
check-in.
Right. So we go to sit down, and Billy's munching on his sandwich, and I'm talking to nobody but Billy, and we're just talking.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't even know. I don't think I said a word to poor Herman. He was sitting right beside me. We were touching each other. I never even turned. I'm so rude. Herman, I'm so sorry. Give me a kiss.
Great Billy's pickle, and you were touching Herman.
Yes.
He's kissing. Well, he's kissing Herman, and now if you just
Okay,
missed it.
Novice. See, now Val's in here. You know your stream's gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, I'm already prepared.
Okay.
So,
just
already
saying.
Billy's eating his freaking sandwich, and we get all done. And I just watched all these guys, chow down. I'm freaking hungry, and I'm in Wendy's, all this smell. And I look over, I says, Billy, hey, buddy, my boy, you're not going to eat. You're not eating your lettuce and your tomato and your pickle. No. And he slides it over, and I reached over and I ate the pickle. And then I stood up and I went, oh my God, I ate Billy's pickle. And nobody
in the restaurant.
But they didn't catch it. It.
There's a T-shirt in here somewhere.
God, I didn't just say that. And the whole restaurant looked and stopped. And I didn't just say that. I ate Billy's pickle.
Yeah, there's a T-shirt.
And I'm like,
Definitely, Mark.
yeah, and that's what happened. So I really ate a famous freaking pickle today.
Okay, Michael, there's this company called Teespring. You should put that on a shirt. I'm sure you'll sell it.
Yeah.
All right,
Billy Drone Life. I ate Billy's
pickle.
There you go. That's right on the back. There you go. Thank you, Mark.
Anyway, it was an interesting day.
Right from
Did
the
you guys
start
fly?
to the end, I bet,
Oh,
right?
yes, we flew
Did
3
we
spots.
fly?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of
Billy
here.
had a
Who can
charge.
fly?
Billy had his chargers. Herman had his charger. We flew 3 spots. We flew what was the first spot we went to?
I didn't.
Oh, the bridge. We flew this bridge, this metal train bridge. And after everybody was packed away and we were ready to go to the second site, now Billy had said New Jersey Transit comes across in passenger trains, and we saw one. He says about every half hour. Everybody packed their batteries away. A 4-engine freight train comes pulling through with -8 engines on them, and everyone's standing there just watching the train go by or reading the cars because everything was packed away. We were ready to pull off, and I was trying my best to catch a train coming across the bridge, but it just never worked out.
I went up. How you guys do it too? These guys really.
But then the second spot we went to. Second spot we went to is a hidden spot. You can't reveal this spot when you do find out. You know about it already. He told you what a spot was, but you can't reveal it. Okay. It's a spot that, what's the name of that statue? William Tell?
Yeah, William Penn.
William Penn. There's a 36-foot William Penn statue above City Hall in Philadelphia. So basically, it's a 3-story statue of William Penn. We got to fly there, and then the third spot, Herman and I were supposed to go home. We were supposed to head back, and Mike calls and says, I'm 2 minutes away. And we're like, okay, then we have to go to the third spot. So we went to the third spot, and there was another ship there larger than a Titanic, an old old passenger ship.
Really?
With rust all over it and everything. But you'll see in videos. Now, keep in mind, Mike is the man of chat. He's so busy talking to you and getting so excited. He never once thought to pull out his camera and take pictures.
Dude, I didn't even take out my drone. Not even my drone.
I took it upon myself to take pictures of Mike while he was talking to Billy Kyle, and I sent
thank you, Lord.
So he would have a memory of this.
Yes, thank you. I'm so bad with that. You got to understand, when I get pumped like that, I don't even know where the play button's at. I brought the Osmo Pop.
And Billy Kyle.
Drones.
And Billy Kyle let all of us fly his Parrot and Nafi to show how cool. Because I had never, right now, from what I understand, refurbished. You can purchase one for about $400 to $500.
How'd you like it?
Amazing little drone.
Dude, that bird cooks.
Yes.
I mean, I hit full throttle, and Billy's like, whoa, it's only Wi-Fi, whoa. And I was like, all right, I'll bring it back. Because I was out.
There's that FPV kicking in, buddy.
That's what that's exactly what it was. But because he let Justin check it out, right? Which, by the way, Justin's home asleep now after dropping me off. And yeah, he said 5:30. It's already 5:42. He's not coming in. But anyway, Justin was like, yo, check it out. This is Billy's. And I'm like, I'm not going to fly no one else's drone, man. Be my luck, a bird hit it or something. They put the controller in my hand, and the kid of me came out, and I just hit full throttle. Now, there's a mall where we were. We were flying from a mall, and across the street was this ship, larger than a Titanic. So I said, instead of going towards the Titanic with his wires and stuff, I'll just go up above the lights in the mall and just see how far she goes. I hit full throttle, and that thing really cooked. It cleared. It almost cleared half of the mall before Billy was like, yo, it's Wi-Fi, man. Bring her back.
But he did say pass the controller around.
Yeah, he passed the controller around to everybody, and everybody there got to fly that Anafi.
First of all, Billy cost me about $3,500 today, but he's my buddy. I'm gonna let him go.
Yes.
He took out his freaking Inspire, and I'm in love with this drone, guys. It isn't as big as everybody thinks it is. And with that new backpack that he just did, check Billy's video out. If you haven't checked Billy's new video out, about the backpack,
Wow.
go
Wow.
check it
A
out.
Billy plug.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. If you haven't
Hold on a
checked out
second.
the video,
Hold on, Mike.
that's right.
We got Jay Santiago here. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey,
Thanks
Jay.
for coming. Thanks for coming yesterday, man. I really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes, hold on one second, Mike. I wanted to.
I was just a little too busy to hang out. I was doing so much work that I couldn't get away from it. But next time.
We mentioned it earlier in the stream, but Herman had a block party, and he had mentioned on some stream that if you come through, I'm having a block party. Well, anyway, Jay Santiago came all the way from uptown Harlem or higher to come and meet those guys. Now, I have to apologize because I got out of work late, and I had to take the train there, but he stayed there for 3 hours waiting for me to get there, and I felt so bad about that.
Wow.
But he got to meet us, and thank you so much for supporting those guys and watching those guys and coming all the way from uptown, taking your time to come to a block party where you didn't know anyone to come meet us.
That's an awesome guy. God bless you there, Jay.
So I highly, highly appreciate that.
Hey, Lawrence, I have one question. How far away was Michael when you first heard him coming across the parking lot?
Dude, Mr. Raleigh,
100 yards.
this guy has a set of lungs on him.
2 football fields.
We were about maybe, you know what? Maybe about 100 yards. And Herman's a football player. He would know. He's a football coach.
I didn't see him before I heard him.
We heard him.
Now,
We heard
more
him.
importantly, were his windows up or down when you heard him?
They were down. They were down because I
Okay.
was actually
So
on the phone.
excited. I was so
I was
excited.
actually
I
on the phone
picked
with them
both up.
saying, "Where are you? Where are you? We're here now." Because he had said, "I'm at the Chick-fil-A," and we get there, there's nobody there.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like, all right, he's probably watching from over in the parking lot somewhere, you know, checking
dude, I
us out
got
or
to the
whatever.
Chick-fil-A and I got so nervous. Paul knows I get this way. I start to anticipate what's going to happen, and then my sugars tank. So I ran over to the Wendy's. Oh, I got to get some sugar. Forget diet. I need sugar. So I drank my first Coca-Cola in 4 years. So that's sugar and first time in 4 years. Woo! So
I just want to know why Billy's not in here.
they had
I
just
sent him a link. But he was denying calls from his father, Ken Adobo. While I'm flying the Anafi, I'm like, Billy, you got to call. He's like, yeah, I just declined it on my watch. And I
Billy's a
see him
busy
hang
guy.
up on someone right there in front of me.
Billy's a busy guy. Give him a break. You know,
Then his father, now you're plugging for him.
on a different direction. He's like, no, listen, Billy's got it. You know, he's a good kid. He's being pulled in a lot of different directions.
Yes, this is true.
I think Michael's a bit smitten.
Smitten is an understatement.
Michael's in love.
It's a veritable bromance right there.
Listen,
Yeah.
I mentioned it earlier, but at one time and point, Billy and Mike just had walked away, and it was me, Herman, and Justin
We
over
connected.
talking or flying by ourselves. And at one time, I did want to walk over and offer him a few dollars for a room.
He's a great
The
kid.
bromance, they were leaking bromance.
I told him the first words I said to him was, I freaking hate you. I hated you. He's like, oh shit, why? I said, because you got 70,000 subscribers and you're 21 effing years old.
Right? He goes, no, you're wrong. It's only 50,000.
It's 50,000. I exaggerated.
What's 20,000 more?
Yeah.
Well, he'll have 70,000. Trust me.
Hi, Jay.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Real
great.
landscape.
What's going on, Val? You guys are a little quiet tonight, and we seem to be free-handing it.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck at the pickle.
He's still.
Well-
She's still. I ate Billy's pickle, guys. I ate his
When
pickle.
he said that, it didn't dawn on me until he repeated it, but everyone in the restaurant was like, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on in here? You guys went down to Philadelphia.
Hey, Michael. I said to the guys earlier. I said you admitted one time on a live stream that you were afraid of meeting up with me because I'm a math teacher, dude. I'm scared as hell to ever meet you in real life. I'm going to tell you that right now.
No, we forewarned him, Mike. He was like, "How is it meeting Mike in real life?" And I was like, "Well, what did you describe it, Herman?"
Well, I asked if he was as energetic in life as he is on live stream, and Herman said, "What?"
Yeah.
He's much more.
Oh crap,
Much more. Oh no.
Mike, we're gonna keep this relationship between the screen here. I can't deal with that kind of energy.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that crap.
So am I. So am I.
It's all right, but we had a lot of fun. It was a very long weekend for me.
Let me just tell you,
I had a lot of fun.
serious guy, all serious, and I'll shut up. Thank you so much. That was such an unselfish thing to do, man. Really, to allow this big mouth to get in with you guys and meet.
I didn't expect you to be. I didn't expect you to be live streaming when I called you. I was expecting you to be asleep because you said you go out early in the morning, and usually about 8 or 9, you're ready to wind down and go to sleep. So I was going to call you to say, "Get the hell up. We're in Philly. Get the hell up right now. Let's go."
You caught me just in time because I had 2 minutes and 54 seconds left from a 40-minute walk, and I killed myself this morning. And I'm like,
and you were live streaming on the treadmill, right?
Yes. So everybody heard my phone call. If you go to my stream, you'll see that if you go right to the end, Lawrence calls, and I have the conversation with him on my stream. Oh my God! And then I just.
Rick Halber in the chat says Michael dropped his live stream like a hot potatoes when he was going to meet up with Billy and those guys this morning.
Al Diaz was there too. Al Diaz was there.
Yes, he was there.
What you guys may not know, when he ran out, he left the treadmill going.
Still going?
He did. Yes. And then he locked himself out of his car.
I locked myself out of my car.
I heard all that. Yep.
And I wore matching underwear. I never got to tell you that, guys. I put my Philly Drone Life shirt on and I matched them with my underwear. I was going to show Billy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Time out.
He ate his pickle and he wants to show him his underwear.
Pickle thing.
Instead, I ate his pickle.
I don't know what's worse.
So Herman, do you have any good connections out there on hotel rooms?
Al Diaz says left us on the hill.
Yeah, Philly can hook you up.
They're in Philly. They can hook
You
you
guys
up,
want to
right?
talk about me that way. Don't talk about Billy.
Don't talk about Billy.
We said Philly, not Billy. Don't get
If
sensitive,
you want to talk
Sally.
about Philly that way, that's right. Good.
Don't talk about his boy.
I just ask about hotel rooms. That's all I ask about.
Sally, we said Philly.
Billy's the nicest guy on YouTube. Leave Billy out.
So I think the only one who ever said they hated Billy was some guy named, what was it?
Philly Drone Life.
Drone Life, also known as Bobo the Clown.
I
did hear about
Because all of us have said we
the red
love
stuff.
Billy.
That's right. It was me but guys, and I got those guys as my witness. I told them I hated you right to his face. I hated you, but now I love you.
Oh, you're being nice. He was like, "F you, I effing hate you."
This is why I'm afraid of meeting Michael in real life. I have no idea what he'd say to me face to
Dude,
face.
I've already told you, Mark.
I'd turn tail and run.
And
Where do you live?
when he called me on the phone, he was going on and on about, he says, Herman's just like he is on TV, very thoughtful, very reserved. You could just tell he's always thinking.
And
He says,
Lawrence?
and Lawrence, he's a
Freaking
monster. He's a
Sasquatch.
giant.
Dude, no lie. I went like this. Hi, how are you, Lawrence? I mean,
Stop
if you ever
it.
want to feel small, meet Lawrence.
Stop it.
He's not 6'3". Trust me, he's not.
I am. I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3". But Philly,
Then I'm 5
when
foot.
someone walks up to you and they go like this, "You're big."
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
he was.
You don't have to
was on
twist
his
like
tip.
that, but he chose to.
Yeah.
Sean, I think you asked me where I'm from. I'm from Syracuse, New York, Central New York. And I just checked. It's about 3 hours and 50 minutes from Philadelphia. That's far enough.
Is that what it is, Mark? 3
Yeah,
hours?
it's a straight shot on 81 down to
Mark,
476.
Before you say too much more, Mark, remember now, Michael is Billy's best friend, and you said you wanted to meet Billy, so you got to be careful.
I'll see what I can do, Mark. I'll see if I can.
Oh crap!
I'll see what I can. I got connections.
Don't, Mac. I'll just call him directly.
Hey, I got his number. Not for nothing.
Curtis, what news do you have in the world today?
We'll get it.
In fact, I think Billy was so enthralled with Michael's energy, he offered his phone number to Michael. Michael didn't ask for it.
Hey, Joe, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, when Billy said, here, take my number down, right there for 1 millisecond, the world froze. And Mike was like, yes.
The stars.
1 millisecond.
Inside.
Everything became in alignment. At that
Inside. Right. He was cool about it. He was cool. But inside, you could see he was like, yes, I've done it. I don't know what he done, but he done it.
That's right. It wasn't a millisecond either, guys. It was much longer than a millisecond.
Well, when you're traveling through time like you
Yes,
were.
you are. I felt so honored. So honored. That's why I got to thank Lawrence, because you'd be surprised how some guys, they don't, they get somebody like, they don't want nobody else to meet them. Oh, that's our connection. They didn't cared like, hey, yo, Philly, come on down. We're in your neighborhood. Get the frig down here.
But I told you that. I said the next time we come to Philly, if I could get Billy to come through, because we'd probably be down there, I would give you a call. We were supposed to do all of this last weekend, if you remember.
Yes, you did. And I didn't say anything because I know it's a trip and I know it's an all-day thing. It's a lot of work, guys. So that's why I kept my mouth shut. It's a lot of work. I've been on them trips that you're talking about, and they start from the next day or the previous day, and they go on and on. So I know what it's like. So I left it alone. And the last thing I expected was for you to call me, man, and to say, we're here. But you did. You told me that's what you would do. You did it. You're a man of your word.
It came to me in the middle of the crowd. We were flying. We had flew the first spot. And I was like, wait a minute. I told Philly I'd give him a call. I'm going to call him right now. But it would have been more fun had we woke you up and not interrupted your live stream.
Well, that was more fun. Just take some pleasure in that. I locked my keys in the car. I mean, you basically destroyed my whole morning and made
well, how come your girl doesn't have you on the treadmill again for locking the keys in the car is beyond me. But I'm gonna let you two handle that.
Because I left her with the damage. She wants to kill you, to be honest with you. Because I ran out. I took the other car and went, here, you deal with it.
Hey, we live in New York. We don't care.
Yeah.
There you go. It's all those guys' fault. But
hey, what I want to know, I want to ask Herman. Herman, did you feel like you were outside the bubble looking in? Because those two were just like this, and you and Lawrence were standing on the periphery.
Oh, you should have sworn.
Well, you had to be there, because once they started speaking to each other after they were introduced, we could have actually left and they wouldn't have known.
Yes, I agree.
Like, wow.
Pretty God, that's
I agree.
It's so true.
At one time, Billy Kyle was showing Mike his Inspire 2.
Oh,
They got the
Once
fly.
it took off from the ground, I swear to God, I heard angels sing in Mike's head. You just heard the angels sing. And Mike, his jaw was on the ground. He's just dragging it along the concrete, watching it go by. And then Billy decides to do a speed run.
Oh,
So when that thing went by, Mike, I thought he shit himself.
yeah, I was running around doing
Are you
circles.
leaving?
I'd never seen it Inspire ever. So it was over.
Okay,
Would it be
Centroid.
fair to say that Philly's pants were moist?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we bringing up moist again?
Hello.
Just before I leave?
Oh, it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is.
Guys, I'm gonna fly.
So do I.
Have a
Mark, you
great
can't leave.
flight.
I had a question for you real quick before you
Okay.
leave.
I'll wait.
Before you went to Canada, you kind of teased something with me. You said you wanted to talk to me about something you wanted to do with me.
What? I
Oh.
want to do with you.
Did it have to do with pickles or
Oh,
what?
please,
No.
no.
That's
no,
what
no,
I was
no,
gonna
no,
say
no
too.
pickles.
No pickles.
Pickles involved.
No pickles and no matching underwear.
Well, I kind of waited. I didn't want to interrupt you going to Canada and everything. So I guess if there was nothing. I guess that's all there was to it then.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Michael, I got to leave now because I'm afraid he's going to go get his matching underwear.
Yeah, he's gonna show you the matching underwear.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't have to go get them, guys. I'm
My
wearing them.
God. My God.
He framed Billy's pickle.
See?
Oh, Lord. He's
Look,
showing us his matching underwear.
Yeah, I
Looks
got
like
matching
he's from-
underwear.
Now he looks like he's from New York with the drooping pants.
Is this going to be like
That's my
the?
underwear. I got 2 pair of underwear on today. I got the outer undies,
Well, after meeting Billy, you should.
the outer, but these are the ones that I was going to show them. Look, they
Oh my God!
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now that the live stream has been
Now that I've been
demonetized,
demonetized
I'm out.
for the second
Right
time.
now, you've done your job.
I didn't do it. Michael did.
At least I didn't do it.
But again, common denominator, Val.
Yeah.
Common
Mark
denominator.
is going to leave us hanging here.
Yes,
So,
like a pickle.
Mark, have fun, man. Have fun. You said you're going flying, right?
Yeah, I got batteries charged. I'm gonna go messing with some rates and stuff. See how that works out. I've been dying to try it.
excuse
So.
me. Mark's going to go mess with some rates. Now you know why I don't like them. Oh, let me go do my rates. Let me work out the maths. Go down the parentheses.
Don't worry. Once he meets you, he's going to threaten all of us.
What?
About
You gotta hate a guy like that. He's doing all the math on the side. His rates will be perfect.
Oh no, they suck right now.
Everybody else's quad will crash, but not Mark's.
Oh no, I'm gonna crash. I'm always gonna crash. Let's be straight up about that. I'm
Yeah,
always
but it'll
gonna
be
crash.
your choice.
Okay. Now, if Al Diaz met
I love you,
Rhoda Creston, what would Philly Drone Life do if he met Ken Herron? Because I believe he hates him too.
Yeah.
No, now how that? Hold on, now let's.
that would.
Bad word.
Let's skip.
Yes, yeah.
Let's skip.
Yeah.
Skip forward.
Oh,
How about those Yankees?
how about the
the
Yankees?
Yankees?
Thank you, Mark. How about those
Yeah.
Phillies?
Well, in your case, Michael, how about them Phillies, right?
That's how
This
about
is the first
I-
time I've seen Mike speechless.
Yeah. On that note, I'm out. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
Good
Where
night,
are you
Val.
going? What?
What?
Hey, Mark.
Take
Later,
care,
Mark.
everybody in chat. Thanks for having me on, Novice. It was a nice
Not a
surprise to get that
problem,
link.
man. Anytime. If I do forget, just say, yo, what's up?
No doubt. I had a
I have
good
no
time.
problem.
Mark, are you going to be back?
Except when there's drone news, we like to get that over with in the beginning, but there's nothing new happening in the world of drones except for DJI getting
No
Val,
problem.
Val wants to know, Mark, if you're going to be back for her show.
Now, Val, that's why I'm going to fly now, so I can be back in time to enjoy your show. All right.
Thank you. I'll say anything.
I'm trying to spread the wealth. So-
There's a different kind of romance going on there.
That's
I
so
love Val.
Yeah, there you go.
I have no problem
love
saying
my
that. Val,
After 11
Really
hours in the
good travel
car, you have
partner.
no choice.
yeah,
Yeah.
she broke me in that 11-hour trip back and forth to Canada. So I am now Val's friend. Have a nice day.
You're her little love muffin.
Well, let's not get carried away there,
Yeah,
Paul.
let's not get carried away.
Paul.
Look at Paul's face.
He always goes beyond, like this whole. Oh, Mark is planning the whole Roger Palooza thing. I'm like, what?
Isn't that right, Val? You told me that he was.
It's getting so mushy in here between Mark and Val. You could say it's moist.
yeah.
Yeah, I am feeling a bit moist
Yeah,
after
sir.
this.
Email went
That's
around
killing
and the
me.
flyer.
Let's go back to talking about Philly's pickle.
Okay, have a good night,
Tell us
folks.
more.
All right.
Yeah,
Get
Later,
Val's show.
See you later, bud. Be safe.
Later, Mark.
later,
Bye,
man.
darling.
But anyway,
Oh my God.
the only
So,
reason-
so tell me, Philly, because I know how it felt when I went up and met all the guys. I mean, it was stunning that they were exactly right who you talked to.
Where this is going.
It was. I'm telling you, it's overload. For me, it was overload. I actually need a break. I wish that their show was on tomorrow night because it really is. I'm still touched that they called me. I really am. I'm still at the point where they allowed me to be a part of it. I'm still stuck there. I don't know if. I think it's because nobody's ever really brought me in, and I never had a lot of close friends. I did everything myself. So to be a part of something like that was just so awesome. And they're all just genuinely good guys. Really,
I gotta tell you, Philly, after when I went to Canada, when I came home, that first day I was home, I was so out of it I couldn't even see straight.
yeah. And
I think it might be the same type of thing. It was so exciting to meet people and see that they were exactly the same. And it was such a synchronicity, which I believe is what you also found.
Yeah.
And
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
it's just like Lauren said, as far as the Billy thing, I was a little afraid, because it's Billy Kyle, all the, when you're getting into this too, come on, let's face it. He does tutorials. So when we first got in, when you look up, how do you play with your camera on Mavic?
Well, the Billy
first thing that comes up is Billy Kyle, how to play with your camera on the Mavic. And then you see Billy explaining it, and he does such a perfect job, and everything's perfect. And so, but that's who you see, right? And so he's a TV personality. And then so to see him in person, he's just so down to earth. He was real. He was a regular guy. None of it went to his head. None of it.
But you know what, Philly, when he was on with Lawrence and Herman a couple weeks ago, wasn't it, guys?
Yes.
I was so impressed with him.
Yeah.
I mean, what an outstanding young man. And I say young man because he is young.
Yeah.
He's only 21.
Got all his ducks in a row.
Yeah.
And he knows exactly where he's going, what he's
a smart kid, too. I was talking about college.
It must be nice. If Paul was to adopt me as his long-lost brother from another mother, I could probably do as well as Billy, too.
Yes, you're right. But hey, listen, we all have something in common, and that's what's so awesome. And he said
it's the drone community.
Yeah, he said it, and that's a young kid who's actually picking that up, which is so awesome. And let me tell you other thing. I don't think you guys noticed it, but while we were all together, a bunch of young kids came up.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 young black kids came up on their bikes. Now, normally everybody would get all worried. He wasn't. He looked, and when they left, he was like, "Hey guys, I'll see you later." So this is a young guy spreading the good stuff to the kids. Hey, I'll see you later.
About drones.
Because they had actually came over because he was doing speed runs with the Inspire 2 over us. And I said, Billy, go back out and show him how fast it really goes.
Yeah.
And he went back out over the ship that we were supposed to be flying. And he came back doing the speed run. And it's just like, if you were in a parking lot, you would just.
Guys, that thing rips. Oh my God. And Valerie, the sound.
Right.
Growl. I mean, it sounds like a.
Well, with 15-inch props, you would growl too.
Yeah.
Yes, it sounds like a freight train. That thing was like a bat.
Well, Michael, how long before you're going to have one of those?
No, but hold on. Hold on. The topper of the day that probably made Mike pee on himself was Billy was like, "Here, fly it.
Here, hey, fly my Inspire." Just
at first, Billy's like, well, just go a little slow like this. Then he was like, well, why don't you go up a little higher? That way,
put it in sports mode.
300 feet, you can't hit anything.
Yeah.
And you can really see how she moves. And Mike's like, well, I don't know, but.
No, let me tell you something, guys. All kidding aside, I mean, I could fly a drone, but today I couldn't fly. I could not fly. I was so worried, so overtaken.
But Billy did say, but hold on, Mike. I don't know if you heard him, but Billy did say, yeah, go ahead and fly it at 300 feet.
I heard him. Yeah, he put it in sports mode. Go up here and rip it. Put it in sports mode.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I was so overwhelmed by just being able. I was flying an Inspire, my dream drone, and it was Billy Kyle's.
And it was Billy Kyle's Inspire.
Well, I'm gonna say something. I think it was important that those 3 young men came up, because 9 times out of 10, any youth that approach you are good youth. I mean, in my experience, right? Regardless, they're going to be good youth. And the more we're just like, that's cool. It's better for them too. But this is what our youth need.
But what was funny about it, one of the young kids, I had put my Phantom on the ground, and he immediately came up and says, "Is that the Phantom?"
Wow. Are you kidding me? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's the Phantom 4 Pro.
That's cool.
He was like, yo, that's beast. and then Billy goes, and everybody just forgot
Go
about
like whoop.
No more Phantom 4
But
Pro.
you know what I think it also says, Lawrence?
Huh?
I think it also says that there's more good people within our communities than that occasional rotten apple that we might get, the haters or whatever. There's so many more good people, even when they have thousands of subscribers. I mean, there's some really great people within our stratosphere, and we keep thinking that people get a lot of people and they start getting different and but it's not really true, is it?
Well, Val,
We get a bad thumb, and then we think everyone might be a bad thumb, but they aren't.
Let me tell you something, Val. Billy had no idea how many subscribers he had, and he actually admitted to me. He said, "No," he said, "Not for nothing. I don't even look at it." He said, "I just do my thing. I post my video. I go on." He doesn't even, and I believe him. If he said that, I truly believe him.
because it's unimportant. The numbers aren't important.
Correct.
He's reaching people.
Hey, Ariel Landscapes. We'll talk to you later, man.
Yep.
Ariel.
Take it easy, Aldiaz.
But I think that's true. I think there's so many more good people.
Yep.
So many more good people. And we just let those sore thumbs, they hit us in our brain when we have so many wonderful young people out there flying and part of this community.
Yeah.
And Billy, you could tell right away he was one of those.
Good guy.
Well,
Good
that's
guy.
what
He's
the
one of he's a good
conversation
guy.
was about there, Val, when we were there. We were kind of talking about that. Some of the people that you meet along the way in this.
Yeah.
I mean, look
my
at
my whole outlook on YouTube changed when I went into Syracuse.
Yeah.
And I met Mark and I met Michael Roach and Louis P. And then we went up into Canada and I met all those guys. And I know that what I'm seeing in front of me right now is who you guys are.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I have confidence because everyone I met, like Russell and them, they were just exactly who they are.
Yep.
And you guys are who you are.
But you want to know what? That's rare in today's world.
It is.
Because I'm going to let you know right now. I've been in IT computers for over 25, 30 years. I'd like to consider myself retired, but they keep pulling me back.
You're not retired.
But what happens
Stop
is
it.
I've come to find out you have the professional side of a person, and then you have the casual professional side of a person. All drone pilots are those casual professionals. Because you can walk up to anybody flying a drone, and if they have any decency or knowledge, they're going to share it, as opposed to get away from me, you bother me, kid. And we all know you don't say that to children to begin with. I mean,
No.
if the kid comes
you
up,
do not.
how much does that cost and stuff like that? You don't need to know how much it costs.
You know, the one thing when I was teaching some classes on youth, the one thing I taught early on was the minute you see them, you go up, you say hi to them, how you doing? And, you have to, I guess you might want to think about that, but I just do it because I want them to know I see you. You are somebody in this world. Now you're in my world and it's okay. And I think it's important to do. And that's exactly what you guys did with these young men. You didn't say, hey, we're busy talking with Billy Kyle. Go away. I mean, everyone stopped and had time for them.
No, see,
That's the part that was blow me away. It blew me away because that's it, Val. So, and that's exactly how so many would be. And they wouldn't be mean about it. It's real. Hey, he's overwhelming, and we're going to keep him to us for now. But that's not what those guys did. They had no problem with sharing them, and I mean that nicely, but they were, hey, dude, come on down, man, we're flying, come on down.
Well, yeah,
I felt so overwhelmed by that.
These are the guys that we have in our streams, like Herman does football. I mean, come on, you getting paid big bucks for that, Herman?
Yeah.
They gave him a ring at the end, but they're all about community, and Lawrence is about community, and I know that our wizard over here, Art, is about community.
According to my wife and daughter, I'm not, but thank you.
You are.
You
and
are.
Curtis, look how much he stepped in and helped everybody with Zoom and didn't say, no, I'm going to keep it to myself because I want to have the only clear stream on you.
Well, Lawrence, according to Michael, Lawrence is a giant in stature, but also a giant in his community.
Yeah, I would say that.
Really, so kind, so nice.
But I got to tell you, my dad's 6'4", so I don't think I would be overwhelmed by
So,
Lauren.
Val, before you came in, I was explaining to them that I'm the runt of my family. I'm
Doesn't
6'3",
surprise-
and my shortest uncle was 6'5". So,
Yeah.
Dad, being the runt of the family, they kind of they used to laugh at me, but now that I've made it to where I've made it, they tend to leave me alone.
Well, they couldn't have picked a hotter day.
Mike, my
like
grandfather, standing up, hunched over, still stood at 6'6".
wow.
And that was hunched over as an old man.
Yeah. My dad's 6'4", and you know, I don't know, he's 83. I think it might be 6'3" now. You know, but he's
Yeah, I
always
lost half
been
an
a tall
inch.
man.
That's why I'm 6'3" now.
But I think our young people are great, and I'm glad they're getting drones. My son came over yesterday. My car broke down. The ignition thing doesn't work anymore, and it's not the steering wheel thing.
Yeah.
And he told me last night. He said, I got home and I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. He goes, Mom, don't worry, I'll pay for it. And I'm like, what? I said, no. And he goes, yeah, Mom, I'll just take care of that. And I was like, it was so overwhelming. But I think our young people, if we give them some time to be who they really are.
That's hold on. I have to interrupt. That's true. Big Matt, he said Lawrence is a shorty. I'm 6'7.5". And
Big Matt.
Yeah.
Now, Big Matt,
New
you
York.
might overwhelm me.
No, he lives here in New York, and I can honestly say Matt is big.
Yeah, Matt's kind of tall.
Yeah, when you see,
Yeah.
and in fact, that might have been why Matt and Herman and Ray, if you're listening, that might have been why this lady was standing there watching us, and the cops came up when we were flying at the bottom of the Williamsburg Bridge and said, a concerned, what was it, Herman? A concerned what?
Yeah, concerned citizen.
A concerned citizen made a call about 5 guys flying drones at the end of the bridge or over the bridge. Now, Matt looks like 2 guys, so I could see where she gets 5 from.
Right.
Even though there were 4.
But what was the purpose of her calling?
She was
5 guys,
You know what
5
it
drones.
was? People were coming across the bridge on their bikes from Manhattan into Brooklyn after work. It was about dusk, maybe golden hour. And we were getting shots of the bridge and waiting for it to get dark so they could show me some low light settings for my Phantom 4 Professional. And I had noticed that there was a lady with a beige hat, beige pants, and I forget the color top. And she was on the phone going, yeah, you know, right here at the end of the bridge. And it didn't dawn on me until after the police got there that this lady was standing there calling the cops on us. You know, so.
See, now, had you been shorter.
You want to know what? That's true. That's true because Herman's not short. I'm not short. Ray's
I don't think it would have made a difference.
6'7".
How tall are you, Herman?
What am I, like about, I don't know, about 5'10".
He's still taller than Philly Drone Life. He probably looks like an Amazon, right, Phil?
I'm taller than Philly Drone Life.
No, I'm 5'10". Herman's got to be 5'11", 5.
Okay, you're taller than me, Philly.
Right around 6 foot.
I'm only 5'7".
Yep.
Well, pretty much. That
always does have a
Hi,
tendency
guys.
to look
I
taller.
know. It makes you think of the hamburger place, right? There's 5 guys here. Good. Order me a hamburger and some fries.
Hey, there's a 5 guys 15 minutes from me.
Yeah. Yeah. Cajun fries.
Val sounds like she's suffering from a meat deficiency.
Yeah.
Because she was up in Canada.
Potato deficiency.
Eating all of that Canadian bacon and all.
Oh, you know what? They lie so bad, the Canadians. Okay, if you're in here, I'm saying it. They lie so bad. They have regular bacon. They have American bacon there, and that's what they were cooking. They go, here's our Canadian bacon. No, it was American bacon.
That's right.
I told them, no,
trying to
Canadian
sell you
bacon is
American
round
bacon.
like this and looks like ham.
They were trying to pass off American bacon as bacon.
You're
and
late. I
went
have to
with
take
Canadian ham.
a nap. Sorry. You go ahead, Roger. And then Roger's in there going, oh, there's no ice cream left because I was
Later,
gonna
Roger.
and have an ice cream because I was so hungry. And he goes, there's no ice cream. I get back home and there he is on live TV. eating ice cream. I'm like, what the hell, Roger? What the hell?
Well, Kim had hid the chips on you, didn't he?
Huh?
Val? Kim hid the chips on you too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. In his closet. Mm-hmm. I was just gonna feed Roxy.
Phantom Magic says he had to sue the Canadian government for building the sidewalks too close to his behind.
Rodney Bell.
Hey, what's up, Rodney Bell? Welcome back in. As you see, we're still here. And Val, do a plug for your show, please.
Okay, at 7:00 tonight, we're gonna have drone chat with drone friends. Oh yeah, I have one of those. Oh, scroll moment.
And we're going to get demonetized.
Yes, we plan on being demonetized.
Well, technically, I've been demonetized twice tonight, just for Val being here. And then
I didn't
Philly
say I
Drone
ate
Life.
Billy's pickle.
No, for
that
some
was
reason,
Billy.
Mike, Philly Drone Life, felt that he should show us he matched his underwear today.
That's
All
right.
right.
I don't know where
Live.
this is going. Hold on. I don't know where this is going. But Sunday nights with those guys in no way, shape, or form condones any actions like this. But because it was done, you can't blame us.
You know what? I think it's just at the 18 plus.
Mike, I had a great time with you earlier, man. I enjoyed meeting you earlier
so
in
awesome.
person because
So awesome.
Kurt, I'm going to tell you right now, if you ever meet Mike, you see how he is here? Okay.
That's
See
what
how
you
he
get,
is
right?
here? His hair is technically combed compared to how we saw him.
Yeah, I know, dude. You took pictures of me. They're horrible pictures. I look 7 times fatter than I am. My hair's all over. The wind was blowing.
Dude,
and
he got out of the car
great
like, he
picture.
got out of the van like, oh my goodness. He had went through the car wash with the windows down.
I know.
The guy there, the professor. from
That's
Back to the
okay.
Future,
What'd you say, Herman?
the professor in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He should have had a lab coat on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he needed.
Yeah.
True.
Oh my
That's
God.
true. Rodney Bell is in the house. Hey, what's up, Rodney? Welcome back.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. In fact, we appreciate you guys being here all the time, even when you come in and when you come back, etc. When you watch the live stream afterwards, because we found out on Sunday nights with those guys and Wednesday nights with those guys that we get more views after the live stream. Now, why that is, I don't understand, because some of those people that watch us after the live stream are watching from outside the chat, so we can't see who you are. But we appreciate it any damn way.
And
Right.
some of those people got to work and they come in and catch it when they get home. You know?
Right.
And make sure you hit that like button too.
Right, and I also found like Centroid went on Wednesday, or no, one day when you guys were on. So I just went and rewatched it after everybody was done. I just went back on and rewatched because I wanted to see it. I'm
No,
here.
that's appreciated. Anytime you come through,
And you can like it. You can like it afterwards too.
Ball. Hey, Whiz Bang, how you doing?
There he goes.
Whiz Bang, Philly ate Billy's pickle.
Don't say it. You can
No,
Are
always-
we starting that again?
No.
It's not my fault. I didn't eat it. That
Right.
was Philly.
I'm going to leave that one alone. But
Just
hey, Liz Bang, welcome to Sunday nights with those guys. And while we have everyone here and Curtis has the cigar blowing, can we do a quick drop?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
guys, just let me say, please, some enthusiasm.
Woohoo!
Okay. So then you do it, Val.
Okay. Sunday nights with those guys is sponsored by
Hold it.
Those people.
Paul looked like he was asleep.
Yeah, I'm back now. I'm back.
He was. Paul was like this.
Oh my God. And
All right,
there's
here we go.
Curtis.
Come on, Val.
Gosh, dude, gosh.
He
Who
had a
does
few-
that? I forgot the guy who does that.
Curtis almost does a Marcho Grout.
Yeah. That's what it was like.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Okay.
Val. Go for it.
Sunday night with those guys is sponsored by.
Val.
Those guys.
Oh
Thank
God,
you
that
very
was
much.
not good.
I said
That
Val.
was disappointing.
He said Val, sponsored by Val's Life.
Yeah. I forgot what show I was on for a second. She was talking. What do you expect? I thought it was
Okay,
Val's life.
One more time. And it's those guys, Curtis. And guys,
It's
smiles.
It's not Phantom Flight 101.
No, it's those guys.
Wednesday nights.
What if it's sponsored by Billy Kyle? This time it should be sponsored by Billy Kyle.
It's
No,
Michael
those guys.
Billy out of it.
Oh my
Poor
God.
guy ain't
It's
here to
like
defend
hurting
himself.
feral
I
cat.
know, I'll defend him.
Michael
Oh my
almost
God.
choked. Michael almost choked on that.
All right, here we go. Sunday
All right.
Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by.
Those guys.
There we go. Thank you very much.
The only one with
And
the
as
news.
far as there being drone news, there really wasn't a whole lot other than I was trying to mention earlier, DJI getting the FCC license for that
Right.
racing drone, the racing drone controller, and a new set of goggles, which is supposed to have diversity in them. Herman and I were discussing, and Herman brought up the fact that all of you sites out there like Bang You Good,
Bang You Good.
Never TV, and what's the other one?
That's so true. Bang You Good.
You know,
That's perfect. brother.
you guys know what I'm talking about, but now they're going to have to make better parts, because if DJI gets into the drone racing game,
It's
not
all
only
over.
are they going to raise the price and the standard, but
Right.
these little receivers that guys are buying 5 receivers at a time. I had to laugh because Herman said you have to buy 5 receivers at a time because 2 of them are guaranteed not to work.
Absolutely.
You know, so hopefully DJI will change the game of racing drones and make it a lot easier for all
Well,
of us.
you know what? You know
all
what?
of
I'm
us
waiting
noobs and
to see.
professionals out there.
I'm waiting to see, Lawrence, as if DJI and these new FPV equipment offers refresh or not.
I would never buy a pair of their goggles.
No, I'm talking about refresh on the drones.
Well, for them to have refresh on a racing drone, you know what that would be like? They would have to set up garages all over the country, constantly be working on drones and getting them back out to you by the next day.
Now, hold on. Unless they do like I think they might, and create a race drone with plug-in parts. Like you plug the arm in, it comes with the motor, the ESC, the wire. So then if you get refresh, you get maybe 5 repairs in a year. What broke? An arm? Boom, we ship you out an arm. What broke? A leg? Boom, send us back the broken
Yeah,
one.
but are you going to wait that long?
Yeah, you gotta wait a
Got the other parts right there for the other drones?
Well, no, of course they'll have on their website all the parts where you can buy extras right there to have them on the
Well,
side.
it didn't
They're gonna have to do
say
that.
an FPV drone, but not all FPV drones are racing drones, right?
Well, if you talk to FPV pair people, yes, they are.
Yeah.
Well, they call them racing drones, but it's not so much racing drones. They race drone just mean
Afro.
yeah.
Hey guys,
Okay.
I gotta
And-
I gotta reboot my computer here for just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
While you do that, I'm going to share my screen to show you what I had found. And I think you click you
Awesome.
pin this video, and this is talking about pin video. This is actually talking about the DJI license that they just applied for. So hold on.
Let me just
There it
think.
is.
I'll
DJI release FPV drone goggles and remote with controller. The FCC filing says this is the actual number. Application DJI FPV. It's called Unit A, but for some reason they call it Air Unit. And this means they're getting into the FPV game straight up.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad to see this because a lot of people are going to have to freaking step their game up.
Hey,
Well, let me
Herman,
tell you something.
Herman, you know what I'm
Rodney
wondering?
Bell.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, since they called it an air unit, you think they're going to use the frame from the air and make that into a racing drone? Where it folds up and you put it in your pocket?
Rodney Bell, thank you so much.
I don't
That'd be
think
crazy
that
if
would
they
be
did
durable enough.
Yeah.
Rodney Bell, I'm sorry I didn't see it while I was reading.
It's got to
Thank
be
you
all
so
carbon
much
fiber.
for the super chat. All love to you for that. Very much appreciated.
If you went with something like the Spark and went carbon fiber,
Right. I could see the Spark or the Tello being turned into a racing drone.
And let me tell you what else. You know what I think they're going to do? Because this is what DJI does. I'll bet you when their release of their race drone is going to be done on a different frequency, just so that you can't use any other goggle or any other thing, any other setup with theirs. They're going to make
that's going to happen.
Oh, proprietary only.
Yes, so their controller, their drone, their goggles. It only works with
their parts. Yep.
Yeah.
William from Aerial Landscape says the spark takes hits. I have seen a few sparks drop out of the sky. Remember they had the battery issue?
Yep.
Basically, that was the little clamps on the battery were wearing down from the snapping in and snapping out. And there were incidences of, thank you again. There were incidences of the batteries dropping out of the drone and then the drone dropping from the sky. So apparently they fixed that issue, but I have seen a spark hit a tree at top speed and the guy just pick it up and look at it and fly away.
So Al Diaz is saying he thinks it's going to be a Cinewhoop, quads, and no acro.
Why do you think that?
Yeah, what makes you?
I will look.
It will look like the Draco. I did see the Draco snap. That's that one I showed you, Herman, where it snaps together modularly.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
If they did that to racing drones, they're really screwing everybody in the racing drone world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because to actually have an arm.
Yeah, it's been out a year ago. It came out, maybe even longer than that.
Draco came out over a year ago, and it's modular. You have the motor and the arm. You snap out. Yep. You have the main body compartment, and you have an antenna you screw on. Yep. So what happens is, if you break an arm or a motor burns out, there's no more having to take this apart, take these 4 screws out, take out these 6 screws on top, then take the frame apart, and then take out these other 8 screws. Now you just pop it out with a module and pop it back in. And it is expensive, Al Diaz. And for that reason, I hope DJI doesn't go in that direction, but I'd like to see what they come out with. Because if you remember, DJI was already making racing drone parts.
Yeah.
I have to answer this phone call. I promise to give someone a tripod.
Okay.
And the other problem with that is that if you burn an ESC out, you got to replace the whole arm. So you got to get a new motor, and so I don't know. I love it. I love it.
I'm curious to know where they're gonna go with it, because I see it being just like Lauren said, that whole modular thing. But DJI is gonna have to make it to where is that drone. Because these are not drones that are constantly flying, and they, like the Phantoms and the Mavics. These are drones that people are going to crash and break, and they got to be able to get fixed. So it's just, no one's going to buy it.
Correct.
And you can't spend weeks sending it to California or wherever and waiting for it to come back on the East Coast. Nobody's going to go for that.
Well, the arms are sold out, by the way. I'm on the website right now. The Charger is sold out, and the replacement arms are sold out.
For that Draco?
Yep.
Yeah, they always are, because people buy them up just to have them in case you crash. You always got, you always got them on the side.
Is the Draco expensive?
Top price on it, Draco HD and ProSight receiver and Turnigy Evolution setup. Their top of the line unit is $1,149.99.
So there's proof that there is a market for that price drone.
Their entry level Draco only is $599.99. So $600. It's $600.
That is, because we heard all these FPV guys say nobody's going to pay that kind of money. Nobody's going to pay that money.
Somebody's paying it.
They must. Yeah, right. Somebody's buying them.
Some people will pay higher prices, Paul. I don't think they're saying that's never going to happen, but most of the guys like building their quads. So it's a little bit different. But boy, Louis P. Floyd was, oh yeah, if you build that one, that's $400. If you build that one, they're pretty straight on about those prices.
Yep.
But those Cinewhoops seem to be something that everyone's liking right now, because
go cheaper, smaller, they take bigger hits, and they're getting so advanced now, Val, that you can get the same quality, the same feeling, the same flight characteristics from this little thing, and they're sub 250 grams. There, you can fly them anywhere.
And Val, what's the name of that one you want to buy? Is Dumbo or something, or what? That little one with the ducted fans, the little dinky one.
I forgot what that one's called. I want one that looks like an actual drone. I don't want a whoop.
Well, you're gonna get a 7. You're gonna get a. You were looking at a 5 and a 7-inch, weren't you?
Well, I was looking between a 3 and a 5. That's what I'm actually looking at. But I think I'm gonna have to build it because I agree with a lot of the guys.
Yeah.
All I have to do is take it up, crash it once, in one flight, no drone.
Correct. So you better know how to fix it and building it yourself. Val, building it yourself, when you walk up to your drone in the field, you'll pick it up and go, oh, you'll dust all the dirt and go, oh, okay, I just need to change the receiver and the VTX. Okay, I'm good. And
you know, this is Val you talking to.
What?
I get it, Herman.
What?
You're talking about burning the house down with a soldering knife.
Well, I mean, I didn't know anything about any of it. I've never had a pop in the house, or I live with all women, and I didn't even know what a freaking soldering iron was a couple years ago, and I did burn myself a couple times. But
I think Val can learn, but it's not going to be as easy as what she thinks. She's just going to pick it up and do it.
Right.
How hard could it be?
The soldering part's a little tough.
Soldering is a very specific,
right?
That's a little.
Raphael did a thing for me and showed me how to do it. I don't think that's the worst part. It's like with my arthritis, it's like getting the little pieces.
And the testing of each part, you have to use.
I have a no meter
tester, and
I have a tester.
It's a lot of work. That's why I stopped doing it. But I'm ready to go back a little bit. But that was the biggest part of it.
What I think we should do is we should get the parts, have Mark come on, and have him help us build it, and we'll build it on live. That's what we need to do.
Val,
show people anyone can do this.
It's not that simple, Val.
Yeah, it is.
You want to know why?
You would be excellent at this. You want
to know why? Because for one, you have to have the right temperature soldering gun. You have to have the proper solder.
I do.
And like me, I can see a golf ball 150 yards away in the grass and tell whether it's a feather or a golf ball, but I can't read a restaurant menu this close.
Yeah.
But I have. Where did it?
They fixed it.
I have those helping hands.
Well, helping hands is not going to help if you can't see something. Yeah. Okay, here's the perfect example. No, hold on. I have the perfect example here. In my hands right here is a screw.
Lawrence.
And you see that.
Right.
Yeah.
You can see that screw?
Yeah.
Okay, now imagine soldering a wire to the tip of that screw.
It's
but I have a magnifying glass. It makes
that's what I use. That I have a magnifying glass.
Can I tell you something? Okay, this is what you don't know about gals. We've been using mirrors that were big, putting little dots on our eyes forever. Yeah. This is not a problem for a woman.
Yes, you're right.
Guys don't do this, but we do all of this stuff all the time.
Dots on your eyes?
Dots or eyes, yep.
Eyeliner, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I thought you were talking about hallucinogenics.
No.
Hey, Lawrence, I have
doing this forever. We'll be fine.
What happened, Mike?
I have a helmet, right? That you put on. It's like a headpiece. You put it on, and then you drop this thing. It looks like the freaking Terminator, and it's got all these different eyeglasses on it, and you pick which one. So you could flick the biggest one that blows them up to the littlest one, and I swear to you not, that tiny little pad that you're soldering to looks like this.
Yeah, it's
still soldering to it, but it's gigantic, and it's still tedious work.
Look, I don't have the eyes for it, but so that's why I have Justin building my long distance racing drone.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a lot younger. His eyes are better, and he
probably
gets
no arthritis in his hands.
You want to know what Justin does when he's bored?
Right in here.
You want to know what Justin does when he's bored? He has a liquid cooled computer system. My computer system's liquid cooled because he built it. Herman's computer is liquid cooled. When he's bored, he takes his computer apart and puts it back together just because he can.
Yeah.
Which means you got to drain all of the liquid out of it and make sure everything's dry so the liquid doesn't touch any of the electronics, and then start taking your computer apart. And he does this just because he doesn't have a computer to build or work on.
My son used to do that. Yeah, but it's a lot of work. A lot of work.
Now, Paul, are you going to be alive for Val's life?
Yeah, I'll be in and out.
And Kurt, you seem a little busy today. Hey, what's up,
Well,
Dariels?
I got something I'm doing for Philly.
You're still doing my crap.
You didn't miss a whole lot, Rodney. We're kind of like free-handing it tonight, only because I just wanted to bring Philly Drone Life on and let him know I had a good time. I finally got to meet the legend of the dynamic range.
Yeah.
But Michael said that Billy didn't even know who Michael was.
He didn't have a clue.
He didn't
have a clue. He never watched him.
I mentioned Philly Drone Life to Billy Kyle a couple of times, and he was like, never heard of him. And I can understand that because he's been
nice,
pulled in so many directions.
Yes.
Got the grandkids?
To even be on, I don't even think Billy watches YouTube, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he's pretty darn busy.
You're right. He is that busy. I do know there are certain YouTube creators that we all have issues with and don't favor. I'm not going to mention any names, but he did stress to me one time. I mentioned one guy, and he's like, that guy, he's all right. And when Billy says he's all right, that means just kill the subject. It's not worth the energy.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it'll be interesting when you get feedback and how it went with Philly a week later.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not. I may not speak to Billy until the next time we're ready to fly. In fact, until the next time we're ready to fly. But we are going to plan a real meetup now with me,
Big Matt. That's what I use.
Philly, and hopefully Kurt can come down. Kurt can come over here too.
Just to let you know, Billy told me I can call him because he lives close to Philly, and he said, "Hey, give me a call, man. I'm right outside the city."
If he's busy. Now, don't take this personal because Billy does not answer the first text or call from anyone.
Really?
Okay, so don't take it personally. He told me to call him, man, and he hasn't picked up.
He did that.
It doesn't work like that.
My wrist.
It doesn't work like that. You send him a text.
Okay.
And he'll get back to you within 24 hours to 2 days.
To 2 days. Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
So, guys, I got to go get ready for my show.
Hey, Val.
I love you all. Thanks for letting me come in.
Plug your show, Val, before you go.
Okay, so Val's Life is going to be on at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
We're going to have it is going to be a panel. We're going to be talking drones and a lot of other stuff as usual. And I look forward to seeing y'all. So I hope I do.
Okay.
Bye, Val.
Come on.
Bye, Val.
See you, Val.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Rodney Bell.
Yeah.
Bye, Al.
Guys, hey, just I want to let you know, I got this cup from Rodney Bell, and I don't know if you got a cup, but mine leaks.
Mine doesn't.
Guys, if you have a Rodney Bell cup, be very careful. Don't have a nice shirt on. If you got a good shirt, they leak. And it's just a Rodney Bell cup.
Well, hold it. I'm going to pull a Ken Herron on you and say it might just be yours.
It could be.
No, I think it's all the Rodney Bell cups. Yeah.
How many have you brought? You have to have more than one to complain about something, dude. Like you have more than one pair of underwear. You know, you like your Hanes over your Fruit of the Loom. You know, you got to have that. You can't. That has no validity here. I'm sorry, Mike.
But Michael,
I love you, Mike.
Are you sure it leaks, or is it just sweating because of the humidity?
No, it's just I think it's the name on the cup that causes the liquid to come out the bottom.
And here's something else. Are you sure it's not a third hole in your lip?
There you go.
You're just that thirsty that you're like Cookie Monster. You know?
It's just so
I'm just gonna mess with you now. Now that I met you in person, I can talk sugar honey iced tea like this over the internet, but when we meet in person, I might need a doobie.
Hey, Herman. Hey, Herman. I think Rodney picked up on your phrase. Rodney Bell says, "Here we go again."
Here we go.
I just busted on his merch. I've been doing it. Just like you said, since he's got it to me, I've been doing it. I use the shirt to clean my car. It's a great little rag to, if you're going to wax, put the wax on it. To take the wax off, the Rodney Bell shirt works perfect.
Oh, shit. Stop.
He gets
Michael, be careful.
Well, see, Rodney,
careful,
Rodney, I can only defend you, but for so long here, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate the super chat, but I'm running out of stuff for you. I'm trying to help you. Help, as Herman says to as Herman said, I heard him say to someone, "Help me help you, Rodney."
That's right.
I think maybe for the last 10 minutes or so, Rodney ought to come in and defend himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
And so Philly's going, no, that's okay. No,
you don't want Ron. There's even something wrong with his computer. The Rodney Bell computer don't work very well.
There you go. There you go.
And how many of these do you own as well, Mike?
Cups or shirts?
It's computers.
The computers. I don't own a Rodney, but I hear about him. I hear really bad things about the Rodney Bell computer. The operating system isn't right. It's all old. It's very old.
Oh my gosh.
Rodney, I got you. I'm gonna hide it so that no one else can see it and send you an invite. Okay? Give me a second and I'll get this out.
Hey, Big Matt,
you have to
I wouldn't go with you guys, but I'm beaten from this weekend, man.
I know. I seriously need to
Big Matt's going flying?
Yeah, I would go, but I'm just trash.
Yeah, Herman's been going since Thursday on films, and I've been going since Friday morning. Rodney, I just sent the link. Give it a few seconds.
Remember all that meat I told you I had to go buy?
Yeah.
Well, some of it I had to go pick up on Friday, and then I had to prepare some of it. And I went to bed about 3:30 Friday.
I left Tim Paul at 9 p.m.
I got up at like 7:30, and then went back to sleep.
Did you cook up all that meat?
Yeah. Well, dude, there were hundreds of people on that block, and now here's the catch: the block party is you live in a building, everyone contributes money in from the building, and that particular building has a barbecue. Then the building next to you and so on the block is supposed to do the same thing. And I could tell you there were people from not even in that neighborhood on Herman's line getting that damn jerk chicken. That's good.
You know, there were people there, and this happens every time.
Yeah, Jay Santiago was there. He was, Jay.
Well, the neon sign that Lawrence paid for to be flashing up there, that probably helped, you know? Free food.
Well, you know what happens? We have a lot of people who moved out of the neighborhood. And whenever we have this thing, they put it on Facebook to, their friends and stuff like that. And we get people who come back from out of town.
Rodney, did you get it?
Yeah, Rodney, I sent you the link from 3RDFLOOR 354, third floor 354. Just sent you a link. But Matt, on Facebook, check this out to show you how spread thin we are. Herman and I looked on Facebook, Big Matt, he's in a group that we are, and he put, those guys come out and play. So I typed in the comments, we're out playing on Herman's block at the block party. So I figured you, Matt, and Ray might have shot over at the last minute or something, but I had to leave at 9 anyway to get back to Herman by 6 a.m. anyway. But Rodney Bell, I sent the link. Hold on.
Oh, now why did you have to go do that?
What?
He didn't really want the link. He didn't have to really. It might take a while.
Michael's nervous now.
Computer, It could take a while.
Hey, Mike, can you type in the chat room so I can make sure you have a blue wrench, sir?
I need a wrench. Hold on, let me tell
You're
you.
supposed to have one already.
I think I do, Lawrence, but let me
Well,
check.
if you do have one, because you kind of left me, Herman, and Justin, I might take it back.
No, there's
I
no
got one.
blue wrench.
I
Yeah,
got
you got
one.
one. Huh?
Does he have one?
Yeah, I
he
got
has
one.
He
Oh.
has one. Rodney Bell, try hitting F5 on the keyboard. It'll refresh the page and it should show up. You should have had it by now. On your email page, just hit F5. But anyway, see how Mike's hair is combed? I'm sure it was combed like that while he was on the treadmill until he got to us.
Rodney, I sent it to you on Facebook Messenger too.
Thank you, Curtis, as well. Me and Cool Bick had some communication issues. My phone didn't get text yesterday, so I went out by yourself. Yeah, because I was over at Herman's on his block. And by the way, I have heard, I don't know if you guys are familiar with jerk chicken, okay, but I had heard not only through Herman, but that he was the man that knew how to make jerk chicken. And I must say, he does. Because guys were walking over, looking at the layout of the grill. He has the barrel grills. He has a cooker and he has a smoker.
Oh, he's all set.
Barbecue on one grill and try and smoke it. He had a griller and a cooker.
What the hell is it with these drone guys? Everything they do is to another level. It's all the drone guys. Everything they do is to a whole nother level. He couldn't just have one freaking grill. He had to have 7 different departments and different temperatures.
Well, no, there's a difference because there's a difference because, to be honest, I've been to a few jerk chicken places and
I never heard of
put too much jerk on it, seasoning on it, or the chicken just sucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Bell is entering the building. Rodney, can you hear us?
He's still not up yet. I think he's still connecting.
Oh, I see him on here.
Flatbush jerk chicken. Oh man. See,
So Rodney, if you've never used Zoom before, on the far left-hand side is a mute.
The lower left.
On the lower left, there's a mute and a stop video. You want to click the little menu button, and it does a little, instead of a drop down, it drops up.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. Drops up.
Pick your camera.
And you can pick your camera, your microphone, and everything right there.
We know what you meant.
It'll remember all that next time.
There he goes. Now the same thing applies. Your mute button may be muted, but say something. We do not hear you. Check the lower left-hand corner to see if that little microphone, when you talk, there's a green line. If not, that means you're muted or your microphone is not selected. You have to select your microphone as well. And I only gain this knowledge through Kurt.
So first, can you hear us, Rodney? Just nod your head yes. Can you hear us, Rodney?
I don't think so.
So he doesn't even have the right speaker selected.
You might want to, you can hear us, but he's hearing the delay. Mute the live stream. Right, mute the live stream. Okay, and then pull up your Zoom window once again, and in the lower left-hand corner where the microphone is, there's an arrow on the right side. I heard something. Say something. Oh, that's Mike's. Okay, it'll say select a microphone. Your microphone has to be in that menu next to the mic. And then it'll also say select speakers. I think you can select default or whatever sound card you have should come up first. After that, Kurt, I don't know what to do.
So, Rodney, can you hear me? Just nod your head yes if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, now we got you coming through.
We can hear you as well. And hold on, let me mute Philly. Okay.
Michael's going crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
But he should. What do you mean he's going crazy? He's already crazy. That's what I'm using his hat for. This is his hat.
Yeah.
I'm using his hat to put candy and stuff in.
All the stuff that he can't eat.
His T-shirt. my dog poops on it.
Oh, oh, that hurt.
And
He's not here, so I'm
he
gonna.
wasn't here to hear that. I may have to call him and say, get off the phone.
I
phone,
know,
Rodney
I know,
Bell.
Rodney, that you and Michael poke at each other all the time in fun.
All the time. Me and Michael do this almost every time we're on a stream together, or when we're doing our sunrise streams.
Because privately, Rodney, he talks very highly about you.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And thank you so much for the super chat, Rodney. Those guys highly appreciates it.
Hey, you're welcome. I like to support the community, and you guys, I don't get a chance to get onto your streams very much, or even into the chats, but I have seen a few of them, and you guys do a great job, and I really appreciate you letting me come on here and defend myself against Michael.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, very much welcome. And as you see, we did try to defend you.
Well, from what I understand, there is a cup on its way to me, and I will be the deciding factor. I will give the true review.
Hey, look, right now, Rodney Bell is the FT Aviator, and Curtis is going to be the sample. But when he gets his and it works fine, that's all it says.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Philly Drone Life just killed his camera. He's on the phone.
Yeah, Rodney got here and Philly left.
I think he's trying to tell Sharon why he's just poking at Rodney, because Sharon's giving him hell.
Okay.
For poking at me?
Yes.
Okay.
She keeps him in line.
She knows
she gets this great big whip out. She smashed him with it.
Wait a minute, hold on. He's eating pickles and whips, and now what's coming up next?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Rodney, I got to tell you. So I had fun doing the sunrise thing Saturday, and I tried to do it Sunday morning. I got up at 2:00, and I was commenting on Philly Drone Lives. And then I forget who the next person was, because I'm sitting here in my big comfortable chair. It's, like 2:30 when Michael had finished. And next thing I know, at 4:00 in the morning, my wife is standing over me going, honey, go to bed. Go to bed. So I went back to bed, and I got up at like 8:30 in the morning. So this early morning stuff is just not for me.
So what you're saying is I don't need to put you in the trailer for Saturday then?
Well, I'll come on. I don't think I can be up at 2:00 in the morning and supporting, and chatting and all that stuff. I can get up and do my sunrise, but getting up.
I fully understand that, brother. Believe me.
I tried.
Me 4:00 in the morning just to get ready for this.
I got up and I tried, and I wanted to support and help you guys out and build something with you. And I was like, I can't believe I fell asleep. Michael's easy when you're listening to his stream. He's so excited and animated. You can sit there and listen to him. You're not going to fall asleep.
You don't need coffee.
Right.
The energy coming from my screen when I'm watching Philly is, I just sit here and kind of absorb that, and I'm good for at least 2 minutes.
Well, today was the big day. He got to fly with Billy Kyle.
Yes. And I gotta tell you, I'm jealous.
Why
jealous? Well, he got to eat his pickle too.
He ate his pickle
all on the same day. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
What happened? What? Repeat yourself, Rodney.
I said, Philly or Michael got to meet you guys and Billy Kyle on the same day. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. You got to come to Virginia and fly.
Yeah.
And I have my brother lives in Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
I have a brother down there.
Well, we do need to set up an East Coast meetup with all of us.
I agree. And we're trying to work on something around Curtis's schedule pretty much, because he would be coming from the furthest point. But we definitely need to have an interstate meetup.
Yep.
Because basically everyone would be coming from different states. And it seems like Philly, being that in between all of these states, Philly is the only drone-friendly state. Philadelphia is the only drone, Pennsylvania, whatever, is the only drone loving state that I know of. No lie, Rodney, you could be riding down the road and go, look at that mural on the wall, and get out, park your car, of course, and get out and take off and take a picture of that drone, take a picture of that picture and fly that area.
And the cops drive by and they just wave.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had any run-in with cops or anything here, but where I live, there are so many airports around.
I'm the same way.
Well, I live within a 5-mile radius of a JFK International Airport. And
hey, John Effects with Claude, what's going on, man?
Before Lance came out, I could only fly my Mavic here. Now that Lance is out and Herman helped me with my firmware, I have a 400-foot ceiling here, just outside the 3 to 5 mile radius of the airport.
Let me ask you, are you a Part 107 pilot?
No, I am not. I actually have a sectional right here that I'm studying. We are anything that I fly urban-wise, or like I did a video with the Freedom Tower, that was under a 107 licensed pilot waiver, only because he asked me to help him out with the shoot. And we had about 30 minutes left over. And he said, yeah, take your drone up and get some shots. You're still flying under my waiver.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, so other than that, right now in the process of, very close process of working on it. Only because pretty soon, if you don't have one, you won't be able to fly, at least in New York.
Is Val furiously messaging the rest of you?
Yeah, she sent me one also. It's 1 minute. It's actually 7. Are we all going to jump over there? Usually I jump over. Hey, wait a minute.
Back.
I'm so sorry, guys. I gotta.
Mike.
Hold on.
I want to let you know right now.
What's he doing?
He's going to show you what your stuff is being used for.
Well, let me see. What's he doing?
It's a candy holder, buddy.
A candy holder.
A candy dish.
Yeah, and my dog loves it. He poops on it all the time. and when if I ever get one of your cups, I guarantee it'll be used for the perfect thing.
Yeah.
And Rodney's a little pissed off that you're hanging out with Rodney's best friend, Billy Kyle.
Yeah.
Were you talking about Billy while I was
use. I love it.
Rodney's been exchanging Christmas cards with Billy for years.
Rodney.
I am jealous.
So much fun with him.
You know, you guys are special, right? And I want to put you onto modern day terminology. I have a 15-year-old daughter. So if anyone calls you special, they're actually disrespecting you by calling you a special ed student.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we refer to that as riding the short bus.
Yeah, right. So
that fits me. I mean, that fits. Yeah, I can agree with that.
But
Dave, look, it's leaking again.
Well, there he goes.
It's leaking again.
Well, you know why he says that, Rodney? He says that because he drinks it dry, and he says, "Well, it must have leaked out."
Listen, guys. Phantom Flight 101 and I are both going on about 2 or 3 hours sleep.
I know.
Okay. We have to end this live stream, unfortunately. Rodney, feel free to join us anytime you want. I'll send you a link when we are live.
Well, since he's on here, he also gets a blue wrench, doesn't he?
Yes. Rodney is officially those guys. We need to do one of them. Those guys too. Rodney.
Need a drop.
You know how the drop goes. You've been here before.
Okay.
So you know what to say, right?
Oh.
Yeah, Herman. Oh,
come on, guys. That's not nice.
We got to do a drop first, and I'm going to go get
let's do this drop real quick. Okay. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those Guys.
Thank you very much. Everyone on the panel, hang in there. Sunday Nights with Those Guys appreciates any and everybody for popping in, even you lurkers out there that don't want to come into the chat. We have an idea who you are, but and thanks Billy, for coming anyway.
And Lawrence is sending us over to Val's Light.
Correct.